self-deprecating comments about being fat. But what all of you don't know is that he's not actually fat. That's just his dick wrapped around his stomach. He's being modest. If you're dating a tweaker and you know it, clap your hands. Seriously? Are you really? What about you two? It's like 3 people in one bar. It's like way too many people. No, seriously though. So you've dated a porn star, right? Seriously? Wait, are you fucking with him? Really? What'd you do? If you don't mind me asking. So maybe I've had this question for a while, maybe you can answer this for me. So like, in the regular film industry, which I guess if it's the adult film industry, is the other one like the kid film industry? So in the regular film industry, they have like actors, and then they have movie stars. But everyone in the adult film industry that is on screen is a porn star. None of them are like, everyone, they all call themselves, or is that just like an ego thing? Or like they're all like, oh, I'm a porn star. Like, I've never seen you win an award. And I watch the adult film awards. And I've never heard your name before. Either one. The real name or your screen name. Neither one. Never heard of before. No, she was like, do you want to go hang out with my friends on a yacht? And I was like, sure. And we got down there. Hello? The equipment didn't like that joke. It was like, you stop talking shit about porn stars right now. So she was like, you want to go hang out with some friends on the yacht? Oh, it's my voice?
You gotta throw your voice.
I gotta throw my voice. Ah! Alright. Louder. Okay. So she was like, do you want to go hang out with my friends on a yacht? And I was like, sure. And then we got down there, and it was a fucking boat. It wasn't a yacht. And the dude, not knowing that my best friend is a boat captain, was like, I was like, so what's the difference between a boat and a yacht? And he was like, oh, the length. And I was like, so this is a fucking boat, right? Me not knowing that he's the meth dealer, shaved head, tattoos, all like prison status. And so him, his girl, my girl, and they bust out the pipe, and they smoke. And then tweaker number 1 spills some water, and tries to clean it up with a plastic bag. And tweaker... Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Louder! Louder!
There you go.
And tweaker number 2 goes, what the fuck are you doing? And tweaker number 3 goes, drugs. And then we all had a good chuckle. Me? What?
You need to throw your voice. You need to eat.
Like louder?
Yeah.
Does that hurt?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got
Eat it.
So fucking
Louder? Okay.
You need to...
Is that too loud for everybody?
No.
What if I just stand behind it over here and then it won't hurt me? Okay. Is that good?
It's better, Mike.
Is that good?
Yes.
Okay. So then, move that way? Or my voice? Okay, just my voice that way. You gotta throw your fucking voice. See the difference? Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. Alright. I'm sorry.
You're like amped out.
I'm sorry I fucking did do it. We'll do a hug. See how I sound? And I'm just whispering. He gave me a hug. I'm so happy now. Okay, so tweaker number 1, spilled water, tried to clean up with a plastic bag. Tweaker number 2, what the fuck are you doing? Tweaker number 3, drugs. We all had a good chuckle. It was a good laugh. And then maybe like those posters you may have seen, those anti-drug posters, I said, trying to clean up water with a plastic bag isn't normal, but on meth, it is. And none of them thought that shit was funny. And they all just stopped and looked at me. It was like you could hear the record just screech off the needle. And then they said, you know, not smoking meth. And they tried to get me to smoke, by the way. They were like, have you ever taken no-dos? It's the same thing, except it doesn't fuck up your stomach. And I was like, I read the bottle. I read the label on the no-dos bottle, and nowhere did it say crystal fucking meth. So, no, I'm good. Thanks. That's all you guys. More for you. And I'm not, like, there's something wrong with kids with my generation, like the young kids, like the high school kids. I was like, oh yeah, here, smoke some weed, it's fucking awesome. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, more for us. If they don't, why are you trying to convince them to smoke all of our weed? They smoke a lot of weed. And then, so then, I don't know, I guess they all hated me after that. I don't get along with tweakers very well. I don't know what it is. And I guess thinking anti-drug posters isn't funny isn't normal, but on meth it is. Distracted by this really intense Asian chick lifting heavy-ass weights right now. What the fuck? Oh shit. Oh fuck, she almost had it. Oh man. Oh look at her trying to keep together. Oh shit. Oh fuck it. Oh, she hurt herself. Now I feel like a dick. Nobody over here was watching. Nobody over here looked at what I was talking about. That's what I get for talking about on TV while I'm doing stand-up comedy. I do smoke a lot of weed. It got me in trouble recently. I actually got my first ticket for possession, so my mom was pretty proud. That's how it goes in my family. Criminal scientist, criminal scientist. My mother's the felon. I break everything down into charts. This is how it works. And the cop pulled me over for my tags, which I, like a good little white person, had already paid online. I just didn't have the new stickers yet. And he pulls me over, and I'm like, do you want my paperwork anyway? Like, do you want to just check it out anyway? And he's like, yeah, sure, I'll check it out. I'll be right back. And he stands up, and then he leans back down. He goes, hey, do you have any weed in the car? Look how fucking says it like that. It's not like, sir, I'm gonna ask you a question. Are you in possession of any marijuana right now? He was like, hey bro, do you got any weed on you? And I was like, because I didn't know any better. I didn't know what the law was, and I didn't want to lie to him and then get in trouble for that. So, and I wanted to explain the smell without lying, and I was just like, I don't know. And he was like, you don't know? I was like, no, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. And he was like, oh, that fucked him up. He was like, oh, well, I think you do. And I was like, yeah? And he was like, yeah, I think you do. And I was like, oh, okay. Cool story. And he was like, so I'm gonna ask you again, this is your chance to be honest. And now I'm like, oh fuck. And he was like, do you have any weed in the car? And I was like, sure. Yes, why not? Sure, yeah, sure. I think maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I don't not have any in the car. And so then he's like, all right, well, do you have any weapons in the car? And I was like, no. Oh, well, I got this pocket knife right here within hand's reach. And he was like, okay, just leave that right there. That's fine. Oh, I'll get your keys. Don't want you driving away on me. And so then he took my keys, and he's going through my wallet, and I'm sitting on the curb, and the girl that was in the car with me sitting on the curb. This other guy's going through a purse, and he's got Jose going through my trunk. There's 3 cops now. And he's like, where is it? And I'm like, it's right there on the left. I had it double Ziploc baggied, wrapped in the plastic you get from a dry cleaner. And he still smelled it, and it was in the trunk. And this guy's looking through my trunk trying to find it. I'm like, it's right there. I didn't hide it from myself. On the left, grab it, pick it up, take it, let me go home. The guy picks it up. I go, it's right there. You're holding it in your hand. And he puts it down and continues fucking up everything in my trunk. He didn't take it out and then fuck up the rest of my trunk looking for more. He put it down. And I was like, dude, it was right there. It was in your hand. You had it. He's not listening to me. And I was like, dude, it's right there on the left. And he picks it up again, moves a little bit of the plastic, puts it back down, fucks up everything in my trunk. And I turn to the white cop behind me, I'm like, dude, will you fucking help him? Like, take my weed, please, take it. Fucking help him. And he goes over and he's like, what? Where is it? Get out of the way, move. He's like, where is it? And he reaches down, like right there on the left, he reaches down, picks it up. I'm like, that's it, you're holding it in your hand. He's like, this is it. I'm like, yeah. He takes it out of the plastic from the dry cleaner, it's still double Ziploc bag. He goes, oh yeah. That was his response. I shit you not, that's what he fucking did. This cop, he's got a little soul patch right here. He's like 26, he unwraps it from the fucking plastic. He's like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. He knows. It was like, he takes it back to the very back cop car. He's unwrapping it with the other two cops. He's like, oh, what are you trying to do? Give me a contact time? They're all laughing and shit. My mom was like, really? You really fucking said that? You said, I don't know? What the fuck is wrong with you? It was my fucking weed. I paid for that shit. I'm just learning, going through life for the first time. You know, nobody ever tells you this shit. There's like a lot of daytime TV shows where they try to teach you lessons and shit, and nobody ever tells you the important shit. Like, I'm gonna tell my kids the shit I've never heard anybody else tell their kids. It's all the shit that everyone seems to have to learn for the first time. Like, no one ever told me, and I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm the asshole for not going and looking at a vagina on my own, but no one ever told me, like, what I was in for. I had no idea. And I was told by my parents when I was like 14, my stepdad was like, look, dude, if you ever want to look at porn, just come ask me. I've got some good shit. I don't want you having unrealistic expectations. And that scared the shit out of me. I didn't masturbate to anything except for Sports Illustrated swimsuit shit. Like really classy shit, so I had never seen a vagina. And I was 16, and I had a girlfriend, and he was like, dude, you ever go down on your girlfriend? And I was like, no. And he was like, you gotta do that shit. Keep them happy, you gotta do it. I was like, I don't know, how does that, first of all, what does that mean? And second, he was like, here, I'll draw a diagram. Like that's gonna fucking help. Fucking diagram? I've seen that shit already. When I was in 5th grade, they made me watch that movie. I still don't know what I was looking at. So he tells me I should do that, so I do. So I go down on her. And like I said, why didn't anybody tell me? It was like, I felt like Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Predator when he takes his mask off. And Arnold Schwarzenegger's like, oh shit, it's like the first time he's scared. It's like, what the hell are you? Oh fuck. It's fucking scary. I am pretty white, but I'm also fairly urban. A little bit urban. I went to a couple of schools where I was the only white kid. And I picked up a couple of things from that. I feel like I can dance pretty well. And at least well enough to make fat black chicks grab my ass. So, yes. So I'm doing something right? Yes, he knows. And also, I like the voices a lot. But I can't do like a really tough black voice, like the really thuggery, like I can't do that one very well. But when I do black voice, like there's different levels of it. Like there's like the really thuggish one that's like, hey man. And then there's like R&B singer where it's like, girl, I just want to tell you. You know. Hey girl, hey girl, let me talk to you real quick. And then the next one, like the one that I can actually do, like when I do it, when I'm not trying really hard, is like a black female. It's like, you need to stop. You need to stop that. Like I went into AT&T with my friend, he just wanted to transfer his phone numbers over from his cell phones. And they were like, oh, we can't really do that, the machine is broken right now. I was like, what? The machine to transfer phone numbers over is broken? What the fuck, is this so ghetto? And I said that in the place and the girls were laughing. And I was like, the stuffing, all the chairs are ripped, the stuffing's coming, what the fuck is going on? There was like 3 desks. It was so ghetto. And then I was saying that, the chicks were laughing, the dude was mugging me really hard. And I sat down, I'm writing all this down so I could tell it as a joke. And they're talking to each other, they're like, hey girl, you want some of this? No, I don't want any of that. You guys ain't never got nothing I can eat. She was like, girl, don't give me that shit. The Ralph's is right across the street. You always complaining. I don't want to hear that shit. And then they were like, hey, we still have a color printer? I was like, fuck, this is ghetto. They were white. Thanks, I'm young.
Yeah!